I told him I was flying out to visit my aunt for a few days. Just a little break from the usual, I said. Some family time. Space to clear my head, to breathe. He kissed my forehead like he always did, smiled, and told me to take care of myself. He even helped me pack the night before, folded my sweaters, zipped up my suitcase, made sure I had my charger. He had no idea I wasn't going to see any family. I wasn't flying out for peace or clarity. I was flying to Miami for a BBL, a $20,000 cosmetic surgery I'd been secretly saving for, without ever telling him a single word. Not once did I bring it up. Not during dinner conversations. Not in late-night pillow talks. Nothing. Looking back, I know how insane that sounds. Irresponsible. Selfish. But at the time, in my head, it felt like taking control. I told myself it was empowering. My body, my money, my choice. I'd spent years dissecting myself in the mirror, breaking down every curve, every angle. Social media, magazines, girls at the gym. Everywhere I looked, I saw versions of better, more desirable, more feminine, more everything I wasn't. I wasn't trying to impress strangers. I just wanted to finally feel enough. I stayed in Miami for 10 days. Told him I was spending extra time with my aunt. Sent him fake beach photos I found on Pinterest. Posed in front of a cute Airbnb and told him it was her house. Meanwhile, I was barely able to move. The pain was unbearable. My body was swollen, bruised, bandaged up. I couldn't sit without wincing. I shuffled through hallways like a ghost wrapped in compression garments, high on painkillers and adrenaline. But underneath the discomfort, I felt this twisted sense of victory, like I was finally choosing myself. When I came home, I played it cool. Oversized hoodie, baggy sweatpants, moving slowly, claiming jet lag. He made me tea, massaged my ankles, even made dinner that night. He kept asking about my aunt and how everyone was doing. I lied right through my teeth, smiled, nodded, said she sends love. For weeks, I thought I'd gotten away with it, until the day I didn't. 3 weeks later, I left a follow-up bill from the clinic folded inside my purse. I'd forgotten it was even in there. He found it. I walked into the room and saw him sitting on the edge of the bed, holding the envelope like it had weight. He wasn't angry. He wasn't yelling. There was just nothing, just quiet, his face blank, like someone had unplugged all his emotions. He looked up slowly, held out the paper, and asked, "What is this?" I didn't lie. I couldn't. I just stood there, frozen. My mouth didn't work. My heart dropped. That moment is burned into my memory. The way he looked at me, not with rage, not even disappointment, just pure disbelief, like he was staring at a stranger in my skin. He stood up, walked past me without a word, and started packing. Not his things, mine. With methodical calm, he placed my clothes into boxes, folded my sweaters the same way he had just weeks before, but this time setting them by the front door like they were pieces of life being returned to sender. I followed him, begging, crying, trying to explain. I told him it wasn't about him, that I just want to feel good in my own skin, that I'd hated myself for so long, that it wasn't because I didn't love him, it was because I didn't love myself. He didn't yell. He didn't lash out. He just kept moving. Then finally, he stopped and said the words I still hear in my sleep. "You lied. That's all. You left me in the dark. Do you know how humiliating it is to love someone who doesn't trust you with the truth?" And just like that, I broke. On the front porch, under the soft glow of the streetlight, surrounded by cardboard boxes and silence. I tried to explain my insecurity, that it wasn't a reflection of us, but of me. But he was done listening. The girl he loved, the one he thought he knew, had vanished the second I booked a secret flight to Miami and left her behind without a clue. He walked back inside, closed the door, and locked it. He didn't even glance back. I sat in the car for hours that night, sobbing into the steering wheel, the seatbelt pressing into my stomach like a punishment, realizing that I had traded something real, something sacred, for a fleeting sense of control. And now, strangers compliment me. Girls I used to envy say I look incredible. Men I barely know stare longer. Friends say I'm glowing. But none of that. makes up for what I lost. Because no amount of validation can mute the sound of that door clicking shut. No amount of attention can replace the security of being loved without conditions. I look in the mirror now, and all I see is a woman who destroyed something beautiful chasing something that was never real. I didn't need new hips or a rounder backside. I needed healing. I needed to open up and be vulnerable with a man who always stood by me. But instead of saying, I'm hurting, I disappear behind a lie, and now he's gone. We only talk through short, cold texts. Pick up the rest of your stuff Thursday. The lease transfer is ready. The dog's records are in the drawer. No warmth, no anger, just finality. And I don't blame him, because if the roles were reversed, I don't know if I could have forgiven that either. The real regret? It's not the surgery. It's not even the money. It's that I became someone I never thought I'd be, dishonest, secretive, emotionally closed off. I convinced myself I was being strong, independent, empowered. But really, I was hiding. And the price I paid wasn't just 20 grand. It was him, his trust, his love, his belief in us. So if you're reading this, and you're with someone who loves you, who shows up for you, who listens, don't lie to them just because you're afraid they won't understand. Don't shut them out to protect your pride. Because if they love you the way you think they do, they'll love you through your mess, through your fears, through the parts of you that feel unlovable. Ask yourself why you want to change. Is it for healing or hiding? Because I was hiding. And now I have the body I thought I wanted, but the bed is empty.